Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I've just come back from a camping trip up in the north of England and putting some stuff back up in the loft, and I thought I'd bring this radio down to show you. This is the National T-100 from about 1965. It's a 9 transistor 4-wave band set, 1 medium wave and 3 shortwave bands. It's got band spread on it. It's got a battery strength, tuning strength meter on it. It's got a dial light. It's quite nicely made inside. It's got a cast grill here, cast handle. These 4 knobs are cast, but the one thing, just in my opinion, cosmetically lets it down. It's got this plastic band spread knob here, which is actually original. I don't know why they did that actually. It would have been just as easy to put one of these in the middle. Now I've seen these sets go for quite a bit of money, especially in the US. I remember about 3 years ago one went for about £120 over here. Maybe that was someone who collects early Japanese sets. I certainly didn't pay that much for it. I think I paid £10–12 for this one. It was pretty disgusting when I bought it. It had obviously been a kitchen radio at one time, so I've polished up all the chrome. The grill was absolutely filthy, especially in these recesses here. There's all grease and everything all stuck, so I've cleaned all that out. This is quite interesting actually, because it's got 2 speakers. It's got one big one here and it's got one smaller one here, and I believe from memory when I fix this there is actually a crossover, so the smaller speaker only reproduces the higher frequencies. Let's plug it in and have a quick trawl through the upper of the shortwave bands and just see how it performs. That sounded painful. That's across multi-frequencies then.
Многие вот российские пользователи, их около 12%, пожаловались на то, что в детстве за непослушание их били ремнем. Достается ли китайским детям?
Is that Russian? Maybe.
Mr. Ryan Price, listen to this part. It gets better, you know? Yeah, because I think Ryan is so much taller and he... Yeah. So, yeah.
The band spread is quite... Oh, the knob is quite effective. See, it's... Well, we could go on for hours trawling through all the bands. It's actually got a frame aerial on it. You can just see it here, this sort of loopy frame aerial thing. The cabinet itself is plastic, and then it's got this blue vinyl laid on top of it. Might have been nice if it was a wooden cabinet for the sound, because it is quite a punchy set. Let's turn it around and have a look at that back. I was actually using my long wire there. It's got one of those world clock things, so you can see what wave band you need to be listening to at certain times of the day. On the back panel here, the inputs are aerial earth. It's got a phono pickup, and then oh yeah, so you can play your record player through it. Don't know why you would, but there we go. And that switch has to be on the radio side, which is why I couldn't work out why it wasn't working when I first got it. Switch that over and it works. And then an earpiece here. Now, so what I sort of sorry, let's have a look on the side. There's the wave band, just here, great big clunky die cast knob there. So let's have a look inside and I'll show you my one big problem with this radio. I mean, it's a very nice radio with loads of chrome on it, it looks great. Huge great screw. The only problem is it's quite delicate, and let's open right, and this is my one big problem with this set. As you can see, if I turn it up now, I think modern D cells are actually too big to fit in this battery. When they made them leak proof, I think they must have increased the length or something. And this poor old 1965 era radio is meant for smaller D cells, and it puts so much pressure on the battery box either side here that it's actually cracked, and it was cracked when I got it. So what I've done is try to glue it. That didn't work, and it's just so much pressure, so I've wrapped several turns of insulating tape round and round just to hold it. So it's rare that I play this radio, and there's a little battery compartment here for the dial light. So what I would normally do is just have the back open and connect up the power supply to there, because it just puts too much stress on this bit here. Nothing you can do about it. I can't really repair that unless I make it metal or something. It's just so much pressure. It really needs to be, you know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch longer, just to take the extra length, I assume, with these batteries. It's a bit like the old PP3 batteries. Sorry, PP9s. These things. These are slightly wider, so when you put them in a radio like this, sometimes you can't shut the back up now on some sets. But here we go inside. There's the that's the 12cm speaker, and I think there must be like a 6cm speaker or whatever it is behind here. There's a tuning capacitor, the band spread knob. I can't show you in here. What I might do one day is recap the audio amp on this, because this is what's it, a 50-year-old radio. Yeah, it's sort of maybe need recapping, certainly the audio amp side. I just don't really like taking these apart, because these are almost screwed into place and then everything's wired to them, if that makes sense. So they put the board in place and then they solder all the wires. It's quite hard to work out where the wires should go once you've taken them all off, unless you've got loads and loads of photographs and label all the wires up. I'm sure it can be done, but yeah, I'm not sure it's worth it, because as I say, I don't really play this one. Might be nice to get like a wall wart or something and try and put it actually in here so you can use it, but I don't know, might not be so good on shortwave. You've got a switch mode power wall wart in here, and it would definitely affect the shortwave bands. But there we go. That's if I zoom in, I'll show you the inside a bit clearer. Without there. So yeah, nicely built. It's got a metal chassis inside with all the bits hanging off it. Yeah, so nice radio to listen to, just doesn't get used that much. Let's have a last look at the front. There we go. There's the front, and these dial lights light up when you press the dial lamp button when they're on, obviously, the specific waveband. There we go, the National T-100. Nice radio, just not used very much.